coming at you from southwest New Hampshire, and I'm doing another video here on you ready for it? Gungywamp. It's a archaeological site in Groton, Connecticut. It covers about 100 acres. You know, where they found colonial old evidence of old colonial structures, Native American structures, other stone chambers, root cellars, all dating back to what did Wikipedia say? I found a lot of information on Wikipedia. There's some other sites. New England Historical Society has stuff on on Gungywamp, but other similar places in New England as well. But Gungywamp, they've dated artifacts back to 2000 to 770 BC, and they not sure on some of the some chambers as well as to who built them. One archaeologist, or a couple archaeologists that have worked there have stated that they believe that they are of ancient Irish, Gaelic origin, possibly built by Irish monks that, may have, because, of, pre-Columbian, evidence, to it. So I thought, since the last video, I'd, like to touch on it and do a little bit more research. There's quite a bit of stuff like this around New England, New York State, New Hampshire. Of course, I already did one on Vermont. I think they said there was saw something about stuff in Maine. So it's really fascinating, and some of the one of the chambers they found, excuse me, is lined up with the with the sun for equinoxes, and so the light shines in through one part, comes in and shines way the stones are laid out in the chamber, comes into a chamber and shines on a particular light stone. I'm not an expert in it. For deciphering rising and setting of the sun, and the equinox, and for possibly planting, things like that, I get, and so forth. There's a stone structure, a line of stones is, I guess, a long structure, according to what I found, that is laid out in a north-south direction. Again, what they feel something to do with the equinoxes. So there's a lot to it. Like I said, it covers quite an area. I remember watching it was featured in an episode of America on Earth on the History Channel with Scott Walter. I also read on Wikipedia that there was another television show that did some archaeological work down there as well. Hold on a second, I got it right here on Wikipedia. It's that explores the Irish connection I was talking about with the biologist Rob Nelson. It's called, the television show is called Secrets of the Underground, and he uses a polynomial texture mapping to look at the rock carvings, because they found rock carvings in a lot of the chambers, and so that and culdees, as well as Irish monks, that they, which was a theory which originally made a suggestion originally made in the 1960s. So there's a lot of history there. They think, like I said, they think there's structures, that the stone chambers share similar structures with medieval Ireland. Been taken by some to indicate that Irish monks or culdees, like I just said, were involved. And that therefore the site contains evidence of pre-Columbian European settlement of the Americas. That's on Wikipedia. Like I say, there's other information and everything on New England Historical Society's website. They have about stone chambers around in mysterious sites around New England. So they believe that ancient Europeans built it, and it's, some of these chambers looks like, the possibility is there, because, and in case you, are interested to know what the name means, Gungywamp, hold on a sec, I'll read it right here from Wikipedia if you don't mind. Unfortunately, I didn't wind up memorizing it. Let's see. Where did I just see it here? Yeah, one of the chambers, root cellars, also known as the calendar chamber. They got stone circles there, which they think was an ancient mill, either colonial times or Native Americans, milled it, bark mill. Where did I see here? Oh, here it is. The origin and meaning of the name is uncertain, but researchers have associated, according to the Hartford Current, the name Gungywamp with ancient Gaelic, Mohegan, Pequot, Algonquin, and could mean anything from Church of the People, Place of Ledges, Swampy Place, or All Powerful and White, respectively. So that's what some of the different meanings of Gungywamp, the name Gungywamp is. So quite fascinating. A lot of history right there in just that 100-acre area that dates back many centuries, and which indicates that Christopher Columbus, pardon the pause there, collecting my thoughts, wasn't the first European to the Americas. And I find that quite fascinating. And if that is definitely true, then that has quite an effect on American history. And so the Americas weren't totally isolated from the rest of the world. I mean, they were in some respects, but not, I don't, in my view, I don't think they were totally isolated, as previously believed. I think that, between, ancient Viking explorers, as I mentioned in my last video, there are, actual, legitimate, proven Viking settlements here in the Americas that date back long before Columbus, and to the possibility of Irish monks, or I'll have to look up culties. I'm not sure who they were. I'm gonna look into who they were, and there are also theories of the Knights Templar. If you know anything about about who the Knights Templar were, the story goes that they possibly came to the Americas when, what was it, late 1300s. I think it was 1382, or my memory serves right. It was either 1382 or a little bit later. Anyways, organization collapsed. They were almost destroyed, killed off by many different factors. I'll get into that in another video. Starting with the accusations by the King of France at the time, and so they were hunted down almost to extinction. But a lot of people believe that they escaped to places of safety. One of those places they believe they escaped to find safety and reorganized under a new name, a new banner, and so forth, was Portugal. Others believe that they went farther and were here in the Americas, which is a possibility. I mean, if the Vikings made it here, they could have made it here. If Irish monks were able to make it here, they most certainly could have. So, yeah, the possibility is there, and I find it quite fascinating that they did and were able to. I have to admit, I admire our ancient ancestors. They were a lot smarter than I think a lot of people in the 21st century today give them credit for. They had abilities that, and were able to do things that at first was thought not so that they couldn't do it, and I think they were able to do it. I think they didn't get they didn't originally they didn't like come here in droves, but I mean I think they got here and did some exploring, and they just if there was any record, written record or whatever, it may not all have survived, but there's, which maybe I'll talk more in another video, a lot of inscriptions, carvings, and so forth that have been found around the United States that are ancient European, that date back, that are Gaelic, Ogham, Irish Ogham, which is an old ancient language that's not used anymore, but there are experts that can decipher it. But and they think there's some inscriptions that are also can't think of the name of what they call it, but they're inscriptions that they feel that the Knights Templar left behind. So, who knows? But I'm done a lot of thinking on it, and I'm on with that Christopher Columbus, and I, you know, like I say, no disrespect to Christopher Columbus. You know, he did a lot, achieved a lot, you know, for, you know, exploration and so forth, trade and, you know, and whatnot, and so forth. But he wasn't, I believe now, he wasn't the first European here to the Americas. So, anyways, I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you about Gungywamp in Groton, Connecticut. Oh, there's also online, there is a virtual tour that you can do online as well. I have not done it yet. When I get some time, I might actually, you know, do it. I'll give you the site. Wikipedia has it here. Hold on real quick. Virtual tour can be viewed at the Denison Pequot Seapost Nature Center website. You know, and if you forget that, you know, just check it out on Wikipedia. The info is there. You just or the link is there. So let me know what you think in the comments below about this whole theory of ancient Europeans, you know, exploring the Americas and visiting the Americas before Columbus, and you know, what you think about, you know, the whole Gungywamp, you know, archaeological site. If you've been there, if you've been to any or know of any other these kind of sites and stone chambers and so forth here around New England, or, you know, and that kind of thing. I'd really love to hear from you. You know, nobody left a comment in my last video. I was kind of bummed out about that. I was hoping that somebody would leave comments on my last video on the Vermont stone chambers with either a story or two or whatever, but nobody did. Nobody did. But I thank everybody. I thank you all for watching my last video on the Vermont stone chambers. I appreciate it. I would love to see you guys, you know, viewing this one as well, and I'd love to, you know, see some comments down below about this video, and I'd love to have some more subscribers too, if you would. I'd appreciate it. And so punch that thumbs up button down below if you like this video, and if you want to subscribe, I would definitely, like I said, appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button down there, or wherever it is. And also, if you want to get notified about any upcoming videos, which I would recommend, because I am having fun doing these videos. And boy, am I learning a lot doing these videos too. I never knew about a lot of these places, you know, and there's so much to explore and so forth, and you know, and learn. I never heard of them. I've heard of America Stonehenge over in Salem, New Hampshire, but anyways, if you want to see more of these videos, hit that bell over there, or over here, wherever it is. Hit that little notification bell. Again, thank you. I appreciate you guys watching. And so, keep on exploring, keep on learning. Stay safe out there. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.